What a day, guys. Welcome back. Ron here, play by play options trading. September the 10th, recap. What a wonderful day. I hope everybody today made some money because it was an awesome day. I mean, the plays were all over the place. I don't know if you checked out Roku, if you checked out CMG. I mean, there were plays all over the place. Amazon, Shopify. It was all over the place, guys. I mean, the trades were available. All you had to do was plan it out and take the money. You know what I mean? You could have made some money today. I don't know what you did, but this is what we did today. These were the ones that were on our watch list. Obviously, we can't catch them all. We can't watch them all. I only have two eyeballs, so many monitors. So I put six on my immediate watch list, and they did well today. I only played with a few of them. So let's go ahead and take a look. The first one we looked at today was NVIDIA. In NVIDIA, we boxed it in, obviously, as you can see here, and we set some targets. And as you can see here, NVIDIA did very nicely today. So on NVIDIA, here are the notes. On a nice uptrend on the weekly, still has room to run on the weekly range to the upside. Market conditions will dictate the path. Decent reversal pattern on daily, but let's keep an eye on the VIX, right? So keep an eye on the VIX and the market internals. We were able to see that NVIDIA just did not want to go down today. I mean, as you can see here, it was on strong support, sitting on this pivot point here, and from there it just rallied and had an awesome day. At the time I took this picture, the high was 184.25. Probably might have finished a little bit higher than that, but I haven't checked. But as you can see here, blew through our first couple of targets, and it was on its way to target number 4, 185.58, and maybe by the end of this week, 192, which is the target I have set for it for the week, based on the weekly range it's currently on. Now, just to give you an example of what kind of money you could have made today had you taken this trade, if you look at the 180 calls that expire this week, they started just sub $2.50. You could have bought these anywhere between $2.23 to $2.50, and you obviously probably would never have even gone in the red. You can see here clearly that this thing never put you in the red if you would have took this trade. You could have exited here at around $4, and then even later on at around $5.50. Awesome trade, guys. And then the pick of the day for earnings pick, I always like to pick one earnings pick just in case. Earnings picks tend to have a lot of volume the day after earnings. So this is the one I chose today, and you had to box this one in at the open. The targets for it were 167.80, 168.98, 170.50, and 173.31. Like I said, it's the earnings pick. Expect a $5 to $10 move. Last Q2 reported it good. It reported good and it rallied. This time around, it was even better. And I said it would likely to rally right from the beginning of the morning. And as you can see here, it opened, tried to go lower. This was an awesome opportunity to try to buy calls and then get in. I really did try to get into this one, but unfortunately, the spreads were too big. I did not get the fill that I wanted, so I let this one go. Because I was not going to overpay for these things. So if I would have got filled, for example, at 48 cents, 50 cents, I would have taken that. For sure. So you can see here, you could have bought those at 48 cents and sold them at around $2.70 without a problem. So that was a good day, but obviously this one was one I was not able to take because of that. Next one here, guys, we're going to take a look at Twilio. This one was actually a little disappointing, but still gave us plenty of opportunity to make money. Twilio was a volume pick based on what it did yesterday. Awesome move yesterday. Tech sector was taking a beating and is currently sitting below the 200-day EMA. Now that the selling pressure is on, it could repeat or it could give back 50% on a volume spikes. So like yesterday, next day tends to be a green bar. So what I'm trying to say here is when the volume spikes like it did yesterday, if you go over that chart on the daily, and I'll show you guys a quick clip of that on the video clip that I have from this morning's brief, you can see that I was going over this saying, hey man, every time the volume spikes like it did yesterday, oh, I'm sorry guys, I'm showing you the wrong one. Give me 1 second here. When the volume spikes like it did yesterday, the next day it tends to be a green bar, and that's exactly what Twilio did. So let's take a look. This is what Twilio did. It started out choppy, like I said. It could probably be choppy or a green bar, and that's exactly what it did. After it has a massive sell-off day like yesterday, and that's exactly what it was doing for the day. And as you can see here, you could have bought these at $1.70. Never went into the red. $1.70 low, so right around here. right below $2 or $2. Even if you would have bought it at $2.20, these went up as high as $7 here, $7 and change, guys. So you could have made money on that one. The next one was Shopify. Looking at Shopify, you can see that it's back near its 50-day 50 MA on the daily, and it has been riding it up for a long time now. 346 was a key level to watch. 346.92. So I told you guys, keep an eye on that level. If it breaks down below that, it could keep going. So obviously it came down. And then from history, it was likely to go higher, but if it breaks down below that key level, it was going to keep going down. And that's what it did. Looking at some of the available options for you, you could have bought these here. These 330 put calls at $1.40, $1.50, $1.60, and sold them later for over $4. And finished your day before 12, before 11 o'clock in the morning, guys. And then the other two that you were not going to see on this list that you're going to see on the video quickly are going to be Amazon and MKTX. These also did very, very well. I actually traded Amazon today. Awesome trade. As you can see here, Amazon broke down nicely in the morning, and then we got our warning signs that the market was going to start to reverse. So we took out our exit and made our money. As you can see here, you could have bought these at around $5, $5 to $6, and these went up as high as $13, guys. Clear signs were given that the market was going to reverse. All you had to do was pay attention. Same thing with MKTX. This was another one I really wanted to take, but the spreads were too big, so I had to let them go. But as you can see here, 98 cents all the way to $14, guys. I mean, if you don't see opportunity there, I don't know what you're looking at. So this was the watch list. And here's the signals that the market was going to reverse, guys. It's like I was saying, at 10 o'clock, the market set is morning low. The markets were setting their morning lows and hanging around their pivots. But the key market internal that I was paying attention to was the ad. I wanted to see a reverse off of this level here and come back lower, but it failed to do so. So once I saw a break above this pivot, it was a clear sign that it was not going to reverse and that the market were looking to rally from here. And as you can see here, all of them did start their little reversals. They did a double bottom and then reversed. But the ad kind of pointed that and gave you a clear sign that that was what was coming. So that's pretty much it here for the watch list. Let me go ahead and play this video playback of the morning brief for you guys. Once again, if you have not signed up, guys, go ahead and click the links below. Sign up, get access to the course, get access to the room, start trading better. Execution is key. You know, this is what you need to focus on. So today was a great day, made some money trading. So we did make some money trading, and then also went out for a nice flight and flew these helicopters and had a nice little joyride today. So it was a good day. So without further ado, let me go ahead and play this video for you guys. Keeping an eye on this morning. It's going to be Twilio, Casey. This is the earnings pick. MKTX. I haven't boxed this one in just yet. And Amazon, Nvidia, and Shopify. I haven't boxed in Amazon either. I'm going to do that and send it in, but we'll review it here for you guys real quick. So let's go ahead and start with Casey, because it's the earnings one, and I just finished doing that one. All right, so looking at Casey, I really do like it because this is what it did last time it had earnings. So as you can see here, the earnings is at 231. Last time it did earnings, it only did, last Q2, it did 1.8. And look at the rally that it had right off of this 200 EMA. And it rallied hard. So this time it was 231. So last time, if you look at the Analyze tab, give me 1 second here. If you look at the Analyze tab, it last Q2, look at what it did. A gap down, which is pretty much what it's doing now. No challenge to the downside after it opened, and it shot straight up. Okay? And then, alternatively, the Q2 before that, it gapped down and it went straight down, which, again, no challenge to the upside. So this is why I like this one a lot. And overall, when you look at these, there's really not too many wicks except for, like, this one here. But, like, you see this one here, it just went straight up. So my targets for Casey today are... Actually, you know what? Let's just look over the chart. For Casey, this one has to be boxed in at the open. Unfortunately, it doesn't have enough pre-market data for us to box it in properly. So at the open, you just have to box it in. I'm thinking that this low here, this pivot, because it'll probably open right around here, is going to be the box low. And once it breaks that level, I put my exits at, let's see, depending on where it opens. So low one is 164.30. Low two is going to be 160.59, and low three is 156.15. So once it breaks that low pivot, it's probably going to break down hard from here. So depending on where it opens, I don't know where it's going to open, but 164.30 is a level that we need to keep an eye on. For it to it'll probably open around that area, but I don't know where it's going to open because we don't have enough data. So it just says low on the pre-market 161.01. I'm expecting it to open down here and then just have a straight shot up, but I don't know. But if it opens below here and it does not go up right away, it's probably gonna come down. I'm expecting a $5 to $10 move on this one today. So this one I'm just putting obviously on my flex grid and keeping an eye on it to make sure that it performs as expected. And in my case, what I'm expecting it is to pretty much just rally because of what it did last Q2 with less of our reporting. So that's what I like about it. All right, and then the next one that was on with this one, it was Casey and Nvidia. Nvidia, obviously, you guys know, it's an all-time favorite. We trade it consistently. Nvidia's pretty good, a solid mover, so I like trading it. But this is one thing I'm paying attention to Nvidia. And Nvidia is highly, for the most part, highly correlated with the market. So you got to be careful or just double check the correlation with the market before you, let me make sure you guys are hearing me, right? Okay. Before you place the trade. So one thing I'm noticing when I looked at the weekly was this. Okay, I'm looking at the weekly. It still has room to run to the upside. It's stuck on this range on the weekly, and it looks like it may want to head back up there. So this is what I'm looking at here. You see this? It looks like it still has room to run up here to 193, 192 level. So that's something I'm keeping an eye on. But like yesterday, or the day before yesterday, you can see here had a nice rally yesterday. It kind of sputtered out. It went up and then it came back down. So now it's creating a second resistance here. So if it fails to break above yesterday's high, it's likely to come down today, along with the markets, especially if the VIX starts to rally. So keep an eye on the VIX today. The VIX is going to be very important today. And also, I'm noticing here we have some slight negative confirmation. It's starting to come down. So just keep an eye on that stuff. But Nvidia targets for today. Let's take a look here on the daily as well. So the box for Nvidia is going to be this pivot low, 179, or what is it, 178.9. And then I'm looking to probably use this level here, 179.84, which is the previous day low. But you have to be cautious with this level here, 180.5, because this is what you have here, the 180.5. You're probably going to come into the 200 EMA, so be careful. So one thing I do, depending on how many monitors you do, keep switching between these time frames so you can see these levels, because on the 10-minute, you may not see this because it's not there, but you want to know why it's pausing at a specific level. So just be careful, okay? And just keep an eye on it. And then the targets we have set for Nvidia today are going to be on the downside, on the high side, 180.5, 181.4, 183.98, 185.58, and then 192, which is that high of that week range. And then to the downside, 176, 175, 173, and 171, okay? So let me go ahead and paste this on here. All right. This one. Did I do Twilio yet? Nope, not yet. So let me paste this one here for you guys. Come on. It looks like I typed too much. It doesn't let me paste this, so I gotta erase some stuff here. All right. So, let me just double check here for you guys. So on Casey, I expect a $5 to $10 move. Last Q2 reported in the rally. This time was better. Straight down, shot up, and watch for volume to confirm. Bouncing on the 50 MA on the daily. So just keep an eye on that level, okay? If you decide to trade this one. So let me erase this because it won't let me paste it. All right. Generate. Copy. All right, there you go. So now let's go over Twilio and what was the other one? Twilio and Shopify. All right, give me 1 second, guys. All right. Twilio was another one on my list today. This is a volume pick. I picked this one because of the volume yesterday. But what I'm looking for on this one is for continued volume. If we don't get the volume the same way we got it yesterday, so yesterday we missed this one in the morning because I had my watch list down, but this one probably had a nice little spike in volume right away in the morning. And what you want to look at on this one is, what I like about it is that it broke this 200 EMA, right? And it's been pretty much riding this thing up this whole entire time. But the one thing I noticed right away when I saw this one is that had a nice spike in volume. So I went back and looked. Okay, when the last time you had this spike in volume, what did you do? Look at this one here, massive red candle. What did it do the next day? Boom, nice little up candle with pretty much no challenge to the downside. All right, let's check out the next one. Boom, nice red candle, big spike in volume. You guys see that, right? Then the next day, green candle, no, not much of a challenge. Because if you look at the candle before yesterday, it was nice and red, but it didn't have as much volume. It just, pretty much paused here. And that was it, So that's the type of stuff that I'm keeping an eye on, guys. So just keep an eye on it. But I'm expecting that this one, unless it becomes highly correlated with the market, what was the correlation yesterday? It was minus 59, so it wasn't really that highly correlated. So it may just do its own thing. So I'm keeping an eye on this one for a potential move higher, at least 50% of the move. So my targets for this one, I put on, let's take a look here, daily watch list. For Twilio, I'm looking for a move. If it breaks, in the box, let's go ahead and look over the box. For Twilio, I boxed it in here at 12:30. You guys can see the lines are already drawn for you. This one is pretty easy. I'm not going to get too creative with this one. 12:30, it'll be above this 200 EMA on the 1 minute, so it's a safe zone. If it breaks above that, it's going to be a solid move. And then for the move lower, I'm looking at the pre-market low. This one moves about $3 a day. So today, because of the move yesterday, yesterday I had like a $10 move. I'm expecting at least a $5 move to cover the half of it if it goes up. And then if it goes down with strong volume, we may get something similar to yesterday. So this one, again, we're boxed in at 12:30. And then the pre-market low, which right now is at 109.61. And then the targets for this one to the upside are going to be 114.94, 116.70, which is right around here. You'll see that matches up with some of the MAs and EMAs on the 5 to 10 minute charts. So constantly switch between those levels, especially when it breaks pivots, to make sure that you're prepared to exit or start layering out. I don't know if you guys saw the recap I put up yesterday, But basically, this thing is pausing for too long. And had Shopify not paused like it did yesterday, I would have stayed in that thing all day. Had it not reversed and stopped me out on the 1030. But it is what it is. I still made a decent profit. Could have made easy 10 grand on that one and doubled that small account again in another one-day trading session. But hey, we're not gonna be able to do that every time. But hey, it is what it is. And then on the low side, we're looking for 108.60. You guys see here, this is why I'm targeting this previous day low. So keep an eye on that one. I know I put it as targets. It's not necessarily for you to take money as a consideration for, hey, watch for a reversal or a confirmation of the breakdown. Go ahead and add some more. Okay. 106.2 after that, right here. And then followed by 99.19, which is the pivot, as you guys can see here. Okay. And then the other one after that is Shopify. Let's go ahead and take a look at Shop. All right, taking a look at Shop. All right, taking a look at Shop, guys. Shop is obviously an all-time favorite. We trade it all the time. All right, so taking a look at Shop, guys. Let's go ahead and take a look at the daily first. This is what stood out to me first and foremost. Look at where it is, right on this 50 MA, and look at what it's been doing every time it comes to this level. See, comes down, nice strong volume. You see this volume come up here, boom, comes down to the 50 MA. What did it do the days after? A nice little rally. Comes down here, boom, what did it do? Nice little rally. But pay attention to what it does every time it has these big, massive red candles that reach the 50 MA. Look at this, the shockingly low movements that it does. So today, I want you to be careful with Shopify. If you're looking to trade this one, because you want to make sure that it has that volume. And if you see it pause and be choppy for too long, it's a mover. Let's take a look at it on the daily. All right, so taking a look at MKTX. This one was a pick based on volume and just the action that it had yesterday. So I decided to take a look at it and see. And then I just realized that this one should have been on my list anyway for movers, because it moved. Look at how much